יאללה לי לה 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 לי הנה מה טוב הנה מה טוב יאללה לי לה 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 לי הנה מה טוב ומה נעים יאללה לי לה 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 לי הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבט עמים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבט עמים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבט עמים גם יחד.
And I would like to invite Brad and Kate Gross to lead us on the blessing over the candles and the fruit of the vine. Please turn to page 2 for the blessing for the candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lihadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Praise to you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Amen.
And Katie and Brad had quite a week preparing for the new year and welcoming Ezra Lawrence Gross into this world, and we're now so happy to welcome Ezra Lawrence Gross into our community, our congregation, and our people. And we say to you, Or Chadash al Tzion Ta'ir, a new light is lit.
May you live to see your world fulfilled. May your destiny be for worlds still to come. And may you trust in generations past and yet to be. May your heart be filled with intuition and your words be filled with insight. May songs of praise ever be upon your tongue and your vision be on a straight path before you. May your eyes shine with the light of holy words and your face reflect the brightness of the heavens. May your lips speak wisdom and your fulfillment be in righteousness, even as you ever yearn to hear the words of the holy ancient of old.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lechaniso bivrit avot v'imot. Blessed are you, Eternal One, whose power fills the universe, who makes us holy through commandments, and who commands us to bring our son into the covenant of our ancestors.
חיים שאלנו מאת אדוני, נפש חדשה ניתנה בקרבנו. ברוך אשר לא עזב חסדו מאמרות ועקיבא, ובטובו הגדול הוסיף חיים למשפחתם. הקדוש ברוך הוא יחזק את האם היולדת, ויברך את בנה שנולד במזל טוב, ויקרא שמו בישראל הלל בן רות ועקיבא. ישימהו אלוהים כאפרים וכמנשה, שמחה להוריו וברכה לכל עמו, ויגדל לתורה ולחופה ולמעשים טובים, ונאמר אמן. We asked for life, and God placed a new soul among us. Blessed is God who has not withdrawn favor from Katie and Brad, and in great goodness has given new life to their family. May the Holy Blessed One strengthen the mother and bless her son, who was born in good fortune. His name shall be called in Israel Hillel, the son of Ruth and Akiva. May God make him like Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, and may he be a joy to his parents and a blessing to all his people and all humanity. May his life be enriched by the blessing of Torah, chuppah, and good deeds. And let us all say, Amen. And please join with Jennifer as we sing together, Shechianu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
So there's a baby Torah and a baby blanket for Ezra Hillel, and there's a baby name certificate for you guys. And we say to him, Yevarchecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha. May Adonai our God bless you and protect you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha ve'yechuneka. May God's face always shine upon you, and may God always deal graciously with you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha ve'yasem lecha shalom. May God's face will be lifted upon you, and may God grant you the most important blessing of all, the blessing of shalom, of peace and wholeness and wellness. Let us say together, Amen. Mazal Tov. We turn now to page 20 to sing together Lecha Dodi.
Yalalai, Pnei Shabbat, Mikabela, Lichad Dodi, Likrat Kala, Yalalai, Pnei Shabbat, Mikabela, Shamor v'Zahor, v'Dibur Echad, Ishmianu el HaMiyukad, Adonai Echad, Ushma Echad, L'Shem Ultiferet, V'Litila, Lichad Dodi, Likrat Kala, Yalalai, Pnei Shabbat, Mikabela, Lichad Dodi, Likrat Kala, Yalalai, Pnei Shabbat, Mikabela.
And we rise as we turn to page 28 for the Berlow. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, forcefully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzvaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch Ata Adonai, Ama'ariv Aravim. And we turn to page 34 for the calling of the Shema. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. As you probably noticed, some of the melodies were high holiday melodies, the Shema, the Baruch, and you can see around you that we're prepping for the high holidays for Rosh Hashanah that will be here Monday night and Tuesday morning. And so it is with Mi Chamocha on page 40. We're going to sing it in the same melody that we sing it during the high holidays.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורות תהילות וספר, מלכותך רבו בניך, וכי היה במשה ומרים, צאי אנו ואמרו,
Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch ata Adonai, הפורש סוכת שלום, עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
ישמחו במלכותך, שמרי שבת, יקורי ענק שבת. ישמחו במלכותך,
rise as we turn to page 46 for the tefillah. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, God of our fathers and mothers, God of Abraham, God of Isaac, and God of Jacob, God of Sarah, God of Rebekah, God of Rachel, and God of Leah, the great, mighty, and awesome God, transcendent God, who bestows loving kindness, creates everything out of love, remembers the love of our fathers and mothers, and brings redemption to their children's children for the sake of the divine name. Sovereign deliverer, helper, and shield, blessed are you, Adonai, Sarah's helper, Abraham's shield. Baruch ata Adonai, Magen Avraham, ve'ezrat Sarah. You are forever mighty, Adonai, you give life to all. You rain dew upon us. You sustain life through love, giving life to all. Through great compassion, supporting the fallen, healing the sick, freeing the captive, keeping faith with those who sleep in the dust. Who is like you, source of mighty acts? Who resembles you, a sovereign who takes and gives life, causing deliverance to spring up and faithfully giving life to all? Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to all. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye Hakol. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated as we turn to page 61 for the blessing for Shalom. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, our eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamvarech et amo Yisrael, b'shalom.
Shalom. השלום, כי אתה הוא מלך אדום, לכל השלום, וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל, בכל עת וכל שעה בשלומך. ברוך אתה אדוני, עושה השלום.
We all need healing and comfort and strength in our lives. The prayer for comfort and strength and healing, the Misha Berach, is on page 253. Ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
We're in the last Shabbat before the high holidays. It's the last Shabbat of this year that is just ending. And the Torah portion of this Shabbat, just like at every Rosh Hashanah, sometimes we have two Torah portions in the last Shabbat of the year, but this year it's only one Torah portion. It's called Nitzavim. It's the last covenant in the 5 books of Moses in the Torah. And we read it not only on this Shabbat, the Reform movement also chose this Torah portion that we're about to read this Shabbat to be our Torah portion for Yom Kippur, for the holiest day of the year. And for a good reason, because in this last covenant that Moses does with the people of Israel, just before the Torah is about to end and the wandering in the deserts are about to end, comes a message which might be the essence of what Jewish community and high holidays should be all about. And it's kind of a paradox, because on the high holidays we usually have very long services. They're very different than the regular Shabbat services, and people sometimes, especially people who only come to services during the high holidays, feel kind of estranged from the ceremonies. There's Hebrew, there's all kinds of things that are kind of unusual. We blow a shofar, we fast on Yom Kippur. We do things that we normally don't do, and maybe it's not the most welcoming service or welcoming part of the year, which is kind of strange because that's the one time a year that most Jews actually go to a synagogue. But the message of the Torah portion is actually what the high holidays should be all about. And that's why we read it also on Yom Kippur, not only on the Shabbat before Rosh Hashanah, before we begin the new year. The message is about who is part of this covenant. And the beginning of the Torah portion, the first 4 verses, is almost redundant. It's almost boring because it keeps repeating the same thing. It says, you're all part of it. I mean all of you. And then it says, I mean the men and the women. I mean the important people and the less important people, the people with a good job and the people with not so good jobs, the young people and the elderly, the strangers among us. 9 times it almost hammers on your head the notion that everyone is included in this covenant. And at the end it even says, even the people who are not here are included in the covenant. That usually we understand that Ezra Hillel, who was definitely not in Sinai 4,000 years ago, is also part of the covenant. But you can also understand it as even if the people who chose not to be part of the covenant, they're part of the covenant. Everyone is included. It's a message of radical inclusiveness. And that is actually the most important message as we begin every year a new year, the most important message for every synagogue. To have open doors, not just because there's a pandemic and we want fresh air to come into the building, but to have literally open doors, that everyone, regardless of what is the color of your skin, what is your occupation, what gender you are, what is your sexual orientation, what is your gender identity, regardless of all of that, everyone should be included. So hopefully we'll get it this year. Every year we're trying to do a better job and we're not doing the best we can, so hopefully we'll do even better this year. And not only we will have a good and a healthy year, but it will be also a year that we fulfill that message of radical inclusiveness. Our anthem is Shema Kolenu.
So with that message, we say, hear our prayer, Lord.
Shema
Please rise as we turn to page 283 for the Aleinu. Please join me as we read together. Let us adore the ever-living God and render praise unto you, who spreads out the heavens and established the earth, whose glory is revealed in the heavens above, and whose greatness is manifest throughout the world. You are our God, there is none else. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. On this Shabbat we remember especially John A. DeAngelo, Shirley Tanchester-Rees, Barry Elliott Landy, Max Benjamin, Ethel Bernson, Frederick Betts, Penny Brill, Phyllis Copper, James Curtis, Minnie Eppinger, Charlotte Ehrman, Maurice Fliegelman, Harvey Gelfenbein, Rosalind Goldstein, Linda Goldenshoe, Etta Hirsch, Ruth Jacobson, Marilyn Davis Katz, Jeanette Kappel, Sam LaSalle, Herman Meyer, Beatrice Minstin, Isaac Netter, Erika Oppenheim, Michael Oppenheimer, Elaine Ordauer, Joseph Plasko, Alberta Rockefeller, Francis Rothschild, Ken Vine, William E. Weber, Julian White, Hermione Wolf, and in recent days, Mary Stone. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. With the blessed memories from our loved ones, we rise as we turn to page 294 to say together the Mourner's Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעולמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריך הוא, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמעיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. זיכרונם לברכה, may the memory of our loved ones come to be a blessing and a benediction to us all. Amen. Our closing song is Oseh Shalom. We ask God to bring peace and wellness and wholeness to all humanity. רצון מלפניך, אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אמותינו, שתוליכנו לשלום. May it be your will, Adonai our God and God of our ancestors, that we be guided on the path of shalom, of peace and wholeness and wellness and well-being, that we will be always protected from all harm and evil on our way. Bless the work of our hands, and grant us grace, loving kindness, and compassion in your eyes, in the eyes of everyone who sees us. Adonai Shalom, bless us with a Shabbat of Shalom, with a Shana, a year of Shalom. Bless our bodies, our souls, and our minds. Shabbat Shalom, and please say Shabbat Shalom to someone that you never met before. There are cookies to go outside. The place is already set for high holidays, so it's not inside. It's on your way out. There's a table with baked goods made by the women of Reform Judaism. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Nice. You too.